Okay, we've had a few days to mull this over, and to be honest, my opinion hasn't changed from when we saw the announcement. Pretty much think the iPhone 14 is a scam, especially the Plus model. Let's talk about why that is. Now, we're not going to talk about the iPhone 14 Pro and the Pro Max. There's issues with that phone as well, most notably the dynamic island, but we'll talk about that some other time. But for now, we're going to talk 14 and 14 Plus, and I really think Apple are ripping off customers, misleading them, and I'll go as far as saying scamming them, in the sense that they are selling them hardware from last year and charging them more. Now, we're very used to every year getting new phones, and every year we get a new SoC in there, new powerful chipset, and this year is no different for the Pro and Pro Max. We have the A16, and again, it's increased performance, efficiency, all of that sort of thing. But for the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus, they get last year's chip, the 15, the one that was in the iPhone 13 Pro. Now, it was a little bit contentious last year as well because the iPhone 13 got a slightly downgraded version of that chip. But this year, you're getting an entirely different chip altogether when you go into the Pro over the standard model, which to me is just a complete rip-off. Now, this is adding to the fact that Apple have upped the prices, especially here in the UK. And if you're buying the Plus model of the iPhone 14, you'll pay £949. And this is not even including that 60Hz panel. Yes, the 60Hz panels that, phones like the Pixel 6a have, that costs less than half the price, that everybody complained about. There was articles written, many videos, much complaints. So far, I haven't seen any of that for the iPhone 14, which is not surprising. But again, you are paying more for hardware that isn't worth the money. It's just not worth it. Now, in my opinion, what you'd be better off doing, if you really need to buy a new iPhone, you'd be much better off buying an iPhone 13 or 13 Pro/Pro Max. And I will actually have a 13 Pro Max coming in soon, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more in depth. But I honestly think that that's going to be a much better buy than an iPhone 14 or 14 Plus, on the fact that you'll get bigger batteries, better cameras, nicer screens, nicer build. It's going to be better for the most part in every area, except battery life, of course, because 60Hz screen. Apple very cleverly marketing it as the battery champ. Yes. I don't think many iPhone consumers really know what it is they're buying. They just know it's the new iPhone, it's a new fashionable thing. I don't think they realize that Apple are basically swindling them. And I haven't been a fan of Apple's business practices anyway. I think they do many things that are questionable. But this is starting to go down a path that I really don't like. And judging by the rumors of pre-orders so far, the 14 and 14 Plus aren't exactly setting pre-order sale records alight, which is good. I hope that means that some people are actually seeing sense and that they're realizing that Apple are basically ripping them off. But I kind of think that it's actually probably because we're in a bit of a crisis at the moment economically, and people can't afford necessarily to just buy the latest iPhone. And those that can buy the Pro. So it leaves the 14 and the 14 Plus in more of a tricky spot. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Leave a comment down below. As I say, I'll be talking more iPhone soon, just because I have the iPhone 13 Pro Max in to compare to some of my Android phones, such as the Xperia 1 Mark IV, and some others as well. So if there's anything you'd like to see on that front, again, leave a comment below. Until the next one, folks, stay grounded. I'll see you soon.